Hey everyone and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where today it is time for our level 55 culinary quest to finish off the level 55 crafting. Today our minion is the baby bat. Hello. Alright Melcoco, what do you got for us today? Melcoco is wearing a look of equal parts delight and mischief. Satori, you've got to hear this. That bastard Hamasi Tia is depressed. Ain't it just grand? Captain Roswin bade him invent a new kind of soup, you see, and so he goes off and makes his fancy-arse chilled potage. When it's ready, he serves it to her, smug as you please, but the instant she tastes it, her face goes dark and she says, "What the hell is this slop?" "Oh, he was bleeding glorious, I tells ya." Unfortunately, my pleasure was short-lived, for the captain then fixed her gaze on me. She ordered me to think of a piping hot soup, fairly barking as she did so. And until we make her something to her satisfaction, I fear she'll remain in a foul mood. Though she has her own place, Captain Roswin often dines at the Bismarck in secret. I dare say Master Linksath has a good grasp of her preferences. Could you please find out from him a soup she is certain to like, then prepare it for her? Alright, let's go talk to Linksath then, see what knowledge he has. Though yes, it is extremely funny to hear that Hamasi Tia just completely botched it. Arrogant prick had it coming. Alright, Linksath, what do you know about Captain Roswin's preferences for soup? Well, hello there, Satora. Your contest preparations are coming along well, so I hear. Seeing you hard at it takes me back, it does. In my younger days, I participated in nigh every edition of the Dilemon d'Or. Why not enter again, you ask? Truth be told, I was sorely tempted, but my competing days are far behind me. Besides, I don't like my chances with you around. Ha! Any road, was there something you need? Yeah, I was wondering what kind of soup Roswin would like. Captain Roswin's angering for a piping hot soup, eh? Hardly surprising. Halade, the woman's been fairly obsessed with Ishgardian cuisine. And that's all I can tell you. Sorry for being sparse with the details last, but if you want to know more, you'll have to ask the good captain herself. Oh, well, I guess that will have to work then. I mean, what? To be fair, a good chef would indeed ask the customer what they actually want to eat. An even better chef would be able to know, but like, we don't know her that well. Me, obsessed with Ishgardian cuisine? Ha! Never heard nothing more ridiculous. I only cut dead showing an interest with Carvalane, much less study up on Ishgardian soups for the puffy-shirted fop. Oh, bugger me. Alright, I'll tell you everything. I'm trying to set a trap for Carvalane. The plan's to lure the bastard over with his favorite dish and ply him with drink. And when he lowers his guard, I do for him. You so much as breathe a word of this to anyone, and I'll cut your blabbing tongue and have it served in a stew. Seeing as you're now in on the plan, I might as well make use of you. I want you to go to Carvalane and ask for the best Ask after the best Ishgardian chef around. Once you've got a name, find the fellow and have him teach you how to make a traditional Ishgardian soup. Acting at Melcoco's behest, you say? Aye, well, do this for me and I'll consider her task fulfilled. Now you'll find Carvalane at the 7th stage. Here's a bag of coin to help loosen his tongue. So we got absolutely nothing on what Melcoco was trying to do, but at least we'll get her out of it, so good. All's well that ends well, and hopefully this will end well. Alright, Carvalane, your borderline girlfriend. Almost. I feel like they're just one good night away from just giving up on the charade. Surely they'll give up on this eventually and just admit they like each other. Your almost girlfriend wants to know what kind of soup you like. You wish to know the name of the best Ishgardian chef in the land? I struggled to comprehend why you would ask me this of all questions. I've got a big coin purse apparently. Roswin gave it to me. Before thinking that Carvalane will never miss a few coins from this already hefty haul, recall the last time the ex-pirate turned importer discovered a payment a tad too light and replaced the missing weight with the tips of the carrier's fingers. Okay, got it. Don't take any of the money for ourselves. I find my interest in your motive suddenly waning. It seems unlikely that this knowledge can be used to make mischief, so very well. As a well-traveled adventurer, you'll doubtless be familiar with House Durandare of Ishgard. Its head chef is said to be the foremost authority in the cuisine of his native land. In seeking him out, aside from the obvious signs such as garb, look for a golden bell upon his breast. It is the sigil of the house he serves. You wish to know his name? But where would the fun in that be? Now, as an accomplished culinarian, he will most certainly have a taste for fine wines. When you meet the man, make him a gift of this bottle of Lomani Red. Say that it comes from an admirer from across the seas. Alright. Well then, back to Ishgard to track down this chef. We are really getting the runaround with this, aren't we? Alright, House Durandare, where can we find your chef? A golden bell on his clothing. Chef-like demeanor. I see a pocket watch, but I see no golden bell. Unless it's on the hat. Alright, well. Indeed, I am the head chef of House Durandare. What is it you require of me? I am making a gift to you of Lomani Red from an admirer from across the seas. By the Fury, seldom do we enjoy fine vintages such as this. I was not aware that I had admirers, let alone that they are so widespread as to be found in Limsa Lominsa. So yeah, I was hoping to learn about soup. You wish to learn a recipe for a traditional Ishgardian soup? You'll find none more ubiquitous than beet soup. It graces the tables of all Ishgardians, warming the hearts and stomachs of lowborn and highborn alike. The ingredients, chief among which is the magma beet, are sliced and sauteed, after which the broth is added along with the seasoning. The concoction is then allowed to simmer until everything is stewed together and the broth takes on a rich crimson hue. Now, there are as many variations of the soup as there are people who make it, but the one nearest to my heart is that which my dear mother used to make. I was sickly as a child, you see, and she would add copious amounts of vegetables in the hopes I would grow strong. Through her cooking, I felt her love, and everything tasted all the better for it. Call me a sentimental fool, but it is my belief that love is an essential ingredient in every dish. A final note for those Ishgardians of means, beet soup is typically served alongside a Kaiser roll and grilled sweetfish. I hope this information serves you well. My thanks again for the wine. Why, thank you. Okay, so, Roswin, a key ingredient for making this soup that you are going to give to Carvalane, the man you have a crush on, is to put your love for him into it. Do you understand, Roswin? You have to stop pretending you hate him. It is never going to happen. I know this. I know Roswin will never, ever drop the charade. It's never gonna work. Alright then, so, beet soup, a Kaiser roll, and a serving of grilled sweetfish. Thankfully, we actually already have most of these. We are only missing the Kaiser roll, so let's get that crafted and go over the ingredients. For crystals, we're going to need 14 fire shards, 12 fire crystals, and 10 water crystals. From Time Gathering in Eastern Lenocia, we can mine up 2 volcanic rock salt. In the Sea of Clouds, we can mine up 1 Avalothian rock salt. Is that something we can access right now? I think that might actually be something we need to... Yeah, we can't access that until we're further in the main story and unlock flight in the Sea of Clouds, so we're going to have to buy that off the market board. In Kurth's Western Highlands, from Botany, we can get 2 Pearl Sprouts. From Fishing, where can we fish this up? Ooh, that might not be accessible to us. Hold on. Well, I'll come back to the fishing in a minute once I have cleared out some of the other stuff and I can more easily find all the locations it appears. From our regular gathering in the Dravanian Forelands, we can use Botany to get 5 Highland Wheat. In the Churning Mist, we can use Botany to get 2 Magma Beets. In the Sea of Clouds, we cannot reach this until we're further in the main story, but we can use Botany to get 2 Sesame Seeds. I went ahead and got the Sesame Seeds off the market board. In the Kurth's Western Highlands, we can use Botany to get 2 Mistil. From fighting yaks in the Kurthus Western Highlands, we can get 4 yak milk, and from fighting Loictons in the Dravanian Forelands, we can get 2 Loicton chumps. And yes, okay, so the sweet fish we can only really get in the Dravanian hinterlands, which we can access right now, but I have not gone to yet, so I went ahead and got my 1 sweet fish off the market board. For pre-crafting, as a culinarian at level 51, we can make 1 sour cream, and at level 52, we can make 1 craft of Highland flour to get 3 total. From there, we can make our grilled sweet fish at level 54, our beet soup at level 54, and our Kaiser roll at level 55. Okay, let's hand it over to Melcoco. Ah, there you are, Satora. You were gone for so long, I was beginning to worry. Tell me, were you able to find a soup to please Captain Roswin? I found a soup to please the guy she has a crush on, if that works. Thank you so much. So this is the dish that she'll use to lure Carvalane over with. I know all about her plan. It's hard not to hear the captain's impassioned rants when you're standing right outside the door. I won't mention this to her, though. To think that she's still at it, going after Carvalane, that is. When will she own up to her feelings? Stubborn as she is, probably never. Well, I'm going to keep annoying her as long as it takes for her to stop hiding her feelings. At any rate, we shouldn't keep her waiting. Let's have her sample your handiwork, shall we? Also good to know that she is loud enough about it that basically anyone who's been nearby can hear and knows. This soup's bleeding amazing. It tastes like ohm, even though I'd never tasted it till now. How the hell do you make it? With your love for Carvalane as a major ingredient. Let me get this straight. The secret ingredient's love? Sorta makes sense the way you puts it. Melcoco, go and let Himasi Tia know I want him to master this soup. Aye aye, Captain. When will that girl own up to her feelings? She's right moody for Himasi Tia, yeah, here she is trying to bring him down. I know all about her plan, I mean. How couldn't I when she rants about him right outside the door with a voice that would wake the dead? Me, I don't give 2 shites about the contest, but I can't help but worry for Melcoco. Seems to me she hasn't thought things through. Well then, they're both idiots. Then again, love does that to everyone, I think. Alright, Melcoco, we're bullying you next. But for now, let's finish off today by crafting the remainder of our level 55 and 56 recipes on the crafting log. Kaiser rolls dealt with, so the only things left are emerald soup and sesame cookie. We're going to skip the vermicelli because that is a intermediate ingredient that we don't need yet. Alright, so my crafting list will include everything we need for the Kaiser roll, emerald soup, rarefied royal eggs, which is our collectible for the day, and a sesame cookie. In terms of crystals, we are going to need 33 fire shards, 23 fire crystals, and 19 water crystals. From timed gathering, botany in the Sea of Clouds will give us 1 Heaven's Lemon, but we can't access that without flight. Mining in the Sea of Clouds will give us 1 Avalothian Rock Salt, which we can't get without flight and further story progress. In the Kurthus Western Highlands, we can use botany to get 2 chives. From any script exchange, we can go to crafting, level 50 crafting materials. You can buy level 50 crafting materials for purple script. Currently purple script, they'll rotate out the script, I think in patch 7.3. But for the lower tier script, you can buy 1 Boolean cube. From fishing, we can get 2 Sema Patrician up in Kurthus Western Highlands at the South Bane Pool, I think? We need 2 Sema Patrician soil. From regular gathering, in the Central Shroud, we can use botany to get 2 buffalo beans. And we are already moving on to our collectible for today. Very, very small crafting log for alchemist and culinarian. Always appreciate that. Makes my life nice and simple. In the North Shroud, we can use botany to get 3 beehive chips. In Middle Enosha, we can use botany to get 4 sunset wheat. In Central Thanalan, we can use botany to get 1 black pepper. In Eastern Thanalan, we can get 3 million corn. In the Dravanian Forelands, 10 highland wheat. In the Churning Mists, 3 emerald beans. And in the Sea of Clouds, we can't access this without further main story progress before Sesame Seeds. Anything I said we couldn't get without further main story progress or without flight, I went ahead and got off the marker board. Alright, in terms of drops from enemies. Fighting yaks in the Kurthus Western Highlands will give us 7 yak milk. Fighting Gastornis in the Sea of Clouds will give us 2 Gastornis eggs. Let me see, where is this next enemy found? Oh, in the... Ooh, we can't get to this enemy without quite a bit more main story progress. We need to get all the way past the level 57 trial. I think this requires us getting up to like level 58, almost level 59 main story before we can get it. But fighting Okeanis in the Ravanian hinterlands will give us 2 Okeanis eggs. In terms of pre-crafts, as a culinarian, we can craft 1 honey. At level 7, we can craft 1 sunset wheat flour for 3 total. At level 29, we can craft 1 cornmeal. At level 52, we can craft 2 highland flour for 4 total. At level 53, we can craft 1 fermented butter. Oh, I went right past it. Oops. At level 53, we can craft 1 Ishgardian muffin. And at level 55, we can craft 1 hollandaise sauce. And that should be everything we need to get the Kaiser roll, the emerald soup, the rarefied royal eggs, and the sesame cookie. Okay, let's go ahead and hand over that collectible, the rarefied royal egg for 54 script, and then I can show you where where in the menu for the script exchange we can find the crafting materials. So crafter script, master recipes, materials, it's miscellaneous. Subcategory, we're going to do level 50 materials, and where is it? The bullion cube that we needed is right here for 4 script. Alright, and with that, next time on Final Fantasy XIV, we're finally done with level 55 crafting and gathering, so onwards to more main story, and then the level 56 job quests, I believe? Combat job quests? Yes, I will see everyone next time for that.